Welcome back to another episode of Chingona Club Podcast. I'm your host, Crystal, and this is episode six, 4, 5. Yes, 6. Wow, que aguante. Um, if I'm being honest, I think this is what the podcast is going to be about because I was not feeling it today. So we are on episode 6, and this is Semana Santa. Happy Good Friday, and se vienen cositas. But before that, I wanted to again welcome new followers, new subscribers. Thank you guys all for the support, the continued support. I found a name for the little segment at the end. I didn't get any news. I slacked. I was trying to find something, which I might just kind of touch base on something that I found, but not give it. But anyways, before we go on today's episode, I did just want to say that I had an amazing weekend. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. I just got back from Texas Monday morning, like early Monday morning. Been super busy trying to catch up with DMs, figuring out stuff, last minute things that I need to do with for Florida minis. Trying to figure out minis here in Vegas and catch up on editing all of the content that I got this weekend. I was at 2 different events, but at the end of the day, they're like they're family. The organizers of the Mopar Heaven are related to Lily and Mando, and I was with them on Sunday. And with the Mopar Heaven, the car event was Friday and Saturday. And then so yeah, it was a very, 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 very socially busy weekend, and I am very thankful for it. I will always be thankful for the opportunity that I get to work with either of them. So yeah, that could be why today's episode is called what it's gonna be called. Could be. But I honestly did not feel like recording today. I get these waves where I'm not feeling confident. I'm not feeling sure. I get imposter syndrome. I get too into my head. Not even about the podcast, just myself, But I want to take care of this like I do everything else. So with that, I have to be committed and I have to show up. I have to show up whether I'm okay or whether I'm not, because I owe it to myself, more than anything, to show up for something that I truly believe in, which is this podcast. So what I would like episode 6 to be is showing up for yourself. Showing up for yourself when you don't want to. How to do it. I don't know how. I would say getting yourself ready is definitely a big plus. And it kind of helps you. It helps your self-esteem a little bit. You put makeup on and you start doing your hair and you're like, oh, you know what? Okay. Yeah, that was probably the hardest part, was getting yourself up, getting ready, and everything else just fluye. I don't even know. There's no script today. There usually is no script. I usually talk blab away, but today I really did not want to show up. Today I really did not want to record. I didn't have anything thought of, so I was like, you know what, that's what I'm going to talk about how, what it means to show up when you are going through some sort of waves, some sort of something, and what it means to show up. Because you wouldn't know this if I wouldn't have said any of this. You would have thought, okay, episode 6, whatever. But I think it comes back with transparency, vulnerability, and saying it how it is, and that is honestly it. I think I'm just tired. I've been traveling nonstop, not nonstop, but kind of nonstop, and it takes me longer to recharge, especially when I come back and I have like a busy schedule of things that I have to do, plus being a mom, plus everything else. And later, actually, in a couple hours after I get Damien, I'm gonna go meet up with these other women entrepreneurs that Latina. I don't know if they're Latina owned businesses. It doesn't matter, but they're women owned businesses that are gonna get together to come up with something for April for women empowerment. And I got the invite, so I have to show up because yesterday I made that commitment to myself that I was gonna do it, and I think old me would have been like, I don't feel like it. My social battery is low. I'm not gonna do it like this. I would have just came up with a whatever excuse, which I think it doesn't matter. Like, whether it's an excuse or not of showing up today, if I wouldn't have done the podcast or not, at the end of the day, I do deserve, obviously, to take some rest days. But this goes beyond that. It is who I am, what I'm trying to be, who I'm trying to become. It's about growth. It's about, again, commitment. It's about, I owe it to myself. I owe it to myself to show up for myself, in the ugly, in the good, in the bad, especially I think in the ugly, because that essentially is what makes you stronger, is when you show up for yourself in when you're at your worst, and so I know I have to, and you know what, I know that after that meeting and we start talking, when you're surrounded by like-minded people, the conversation is so different, and you're just hyping yourself up. You're like, yeah, yes, you got this. Like, oh, and you network, and you get like this adrenaline, like a dopamine or serotonin, whatever it is, the happy chemical that you have inside, because you actually are into it. It's something that you want. It's something that you enjoy. It's something that fills you. And at the end of the day, it's who I am, a Latina, women-owned small business, and I have a couple businesses, So I am actually very much looking forward to that later today. And then I have an event later at the Hookah Lounge, and I just kind of do some content here and there for the DJs and stuff, and just I know it's gonna be another night, like a long night. So yeah, I'm tired. These bags are Gucci. No, son de la Walmart. But yeah, I think my way of, I think I said it before, is when I'm like, when I feel stuck, when I don't feel okay, I have to get up and do something about it. And I try to put all that energy and release it creatively. And the other day I set up these drapes at a studio that I'm doing like a collaboration with. And I put it together, and I was like, wow, like I still got it, I may use it for motherhood minis, like indoor ones. But if you know me, you know me. I think I thrive doing outdoor sessions more than studio. It's just my thing, I guess. Obviously, I love any and all type of photography. I think after this weekend, working with cars again, I realized like maybe cars are not my niche, but I love what I do. So I find art in everything. It doesn't matter what it is, you know. So yeah, I think this weekend too. I think what motivated me a lot this weekend was, and doing this today after how I'm feeling, was because this weekend, the organizers of the event, shout out to Pedro and Sincera and Jesse, who, and obviously everybody else that helped, but obviously the main organizers are them. And that I think I was so amazed. I was so amazed at the magnitude of this event. And I was just like, wow. And it was their 10-year anniversary. And all I kept thinking was, I was so shook. I was like, wow, like, this is grand. This is huge. This is massive. They must be so proud. Like, I've, met them a handful of times, but I've gotten to admire them because of what they have, what they've built more than anything. And they pour so much love, attention to detail, and I think that's what gets me. Like I said, I don't know much about cars, I don't know much about anything, but the love, the drive that they have for this, the dedication, the commitment, everything, I was like, wow, they showed up year after year after year. It's their 10-year. Dodge was a part. They showed up. Dodge showed up, like, and did thrill rides. Like, that's huge. And I just can't imagine that how proud they are of, you know what, we never quit. And I remember at some point during the weekend, I did think to myself, and I kept thinking, like, I'm going to be in Vegas for 2 years now. If I would have quit the first year after not really being busy, after like going back and forth to Florida and, this and that, and just knowing that I don't have a village here to help me with Damien, I really thought, like, what am I doing here? I think, not that I would feel like a failure. It would just be like, okay, maybe not right now. It's not my time to move. I tried it, let me just go back. If I would have quit that a year into, I wouldn't have met Lily, Mando, Pedro, Sincere. I wouldn't have met anybody because I would have been in Florida. And my fate, my destiny, what God chose for me was to be here and meet them while I was here and work for them, with them, as I lived here, not in Florida. Because funny story is, Lily and Mando are from Tampa, and I've known of them because we have a mutual friend, and that would model for their brand. And there was never no connection for us to link up and collaborate, nothing of the matter, until I was here and they did their elopement and all that stuff. And then, I was able to work with them. But had I quit a year into the move or so, or at least right before I met them, I wouldn't have been in Dallas this weekend. I wouldn't have had the opportunities that have came up to me thanks to that. And I have to be proud of myself, and I have to realize that showing up when you want to quit is what has me here. So I guess all in all, what I'm trying to say is that do it. Even if today's podcast is only 20 to 30 minutes or so long, I'm showing up. I'm showing up for me. I'm showing up for you guys that are supporting me, because I'm very thankful for you guys. And I don't want to have ass shit, you know? I don't want to give up easily. I don't want to give up and just, oh, whatever, you know. No, like, I believe that this one day will get to where I want it to be at, and who knows, you know, like, it's gonna be whatever it has to be. But I do know that I want to take care of this the way that I take care of everything else. That is, you know, CG related, you know. So yeah, that's my little thing today. But yeah, I think after this weekend, like I said, just seeing how they didn't give up after the first year, second year, like, and then year 10, like, that's a big number, you know. That's they already made it to SEMA, and then this, it just, patience. I was like, you know what, patience will get you to where you want, you know. But yeah. So with that being said, oh, that was pretty much it. But I do want to say that I feel like also, I will always talk about how God has intervened in everything. I feel that everything that has happened, that I haven't quit, that I haven't given up on this, that I haven't gone back to Florida, that I have been obedient to what I believe God is, where He has me for whatever reason, even if I don't understand it now, that in a year, 2 years, 10 years from now, I'll be like, that's why, you know, that's why this happened this way. That's why, you know, I bumped into these people. This is why this is why that. And you just have to believe. You have to believe, even in the midst of the chaos, of the mess, of the whys, of the everything. You just have to believe that God is so intentional with you. God is so. I just posted this and it said, I always siempre logro lo que quiero because I'm blessed, and because Dios está ahí, está conmigo. And all of this, I had a conversation with an Uber driver, and we were just going back and forth, like, on our testimonies and stuff. And she was like, thank you, because this is confirmation for me that I am where I have to be at. And I was like, wow, like, how random, you know. And not random, it's all God. But you need those things sometimes, and I've gotten them too. One day we'll talk about all the things that I've asked, and the messages that I've gotten, and what He's told me, and it's just amazing. There's so much to it. But I feel like God has definitely given me all this strength, because I know it can't be me. I know, especially that, I know because I know old Crystal would have given up. I know old Crystal would have drawn, ahogarse en un vaso de agua. So I know that I am here. I am because of Him. And yeah, I really cannot wait for service this weekend. It's gonna be beautiful. Se vienen cositas, like I said. But just pray. I think pray when you feel heavy. Give it to Him, because He can carry it for you. Like, I remember dropping to my knees at some point, multiple points in my life in the last 2 years. And I remember just giving it to Him, like, I can't with this. I don't want it. Like, I know I have to carry this, okay, but help me with it, because it's getting heavy and I don't know what to do with it. And it's like, I got you, my girl, you know. And I think a big part of this, of me showing up for this, even if I'm tired, even if I have no motivation. It's him. Like, it's literally him, working through me, working in me, working for me. And I'm just following. Even if I don't understand, or even if I don't know, I know that I will. I know that I will understand why one day. So all I have to do is keep showing up. Keep showing up, even if it's just one person watching this. Keep showing up, even if for whatever. Even if it's just me rewatching this, I gotta show up. And yeah, yeah. And the other thing, the I came up with a name. I know it's like completely random with all that, but I did come up with the name for the weird news. I don't have weird news today, but I want to call it Noticias Nada Que Verientas, because nada que ver. But I did want to ask if you guys watched the Netflix documentary of Lamar. I watched it yesterday, I believe, or the day before yesterday. And all I gotta say is, wow. Like, I fell for him, obviously. Like, homeboy needs Jesus, homeboy needs therapy. But I also really fell for Chloe. Like, I wish she could love herself more. But it was also very admirable that she stuck through it all, because she understood all of the pain he had gone through and why this and that. But it wasn't hers to carry either. So it was very, yeah. Anyways, that was my kind of, like, I guess, little segment. But it was not like really weird news, because, but yeah. Yeah. So this is probably a very short segment today. Short episode. I do apologize for that. But I hope that my little rant or whatever does motivate you to show up for yourself too. Show up for yourself in the smallest things, even if it's clean the house, even if it's getting up and getting ready, like even if it's doing your hair. Show up for yourself. Show up for yourself, because you're gonna thank yourself for it, and you're gonna feel better about it. At the end of the day, you're like, you know what, I wasn't gonna do all this and that, and you know what, I did it, and now I feel better. And look forward to the little things too. Find joy in the little things, and that is pretty much it. I hope you guys have a blessed, safe Easter weekend. Happy Good Friday. And what else? Be blessed. Que Dios las bendiga. Don't forget to comment. Show some love on this. Share it. Send me for real some, like, noticias nada que verientas, so that I can post. And I will see you all next Friday. And yes, this was episode 6 of Chingona Club podcast, and I am your host, Crystal, and I love you guys. I hope you guys have a good weekend, and ya me voy because ya voy tarde. All right, peace.